Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. Please enjoy the show.
It's the corner where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
The Chiefs are sitting at 0-2, but don't panic, Chiefs Kingdom. Week 3 against the New York Giants is the perfect bounce-back spot. FanDuel has all the action lined up, and you know the stars are ready to shine. Mahomes is due for a monster game. Kelsey is definitely due for a bounce-back, and this offense is itching to get rolling. So right now, Kansas City is a 5.5-point favorite, and it feels like the statement game we've all been waiting for. On FanDuel, you can lock in weekly props. Mahomes' passing yards, Kelsey's receptions, or even ride with the same game parlay and put your money where your confidence is. With fast payouts and an app that's as smooth as a Mahomes no-look pass, FanDuel makes every snap electric. And don't forget, every Friday on Chief Concerns, we are dropping our best 5-leg same-game parlay for the week, along with JD's 10 keys to victory, breaking down exactly how the Chiefs can flip the script and get back in the win column. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and make every snap count. Let's ride this bounce back together. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. It's your Keys and Cash episode with myself, Marcus Dash, and our guy, JD and Teja. Unfortunately, guys, tonight's a little bit of a different episode. JD had to take an impromptu trip to Philadelphia, so tonight it's just the Dash Brothers, whenever the other Dash brother comes on. So JD will not be on tonight. JD and I talked. We might be dropping a Keys to Victory episode on Sunday. So yeah, tune into that. Tonight we'll be doing our betting aspect of things. Teja and I will talk about some current events with the Chiefs team. Xavier Worthy possibly playing this weekend. Jalen Royals possibly playing this weekend. So a lot of good stuff to get right tonight. If you guys, we'll toss in a link later. If you guys want to talk bets with us, talk whatever with us, definitely hop in and talk with us tonight. Should be a good one. So yeah, let's get after it. All right, who is in the chat tonight? Ooh, Sleepy Face kind of running this thing. Okay. Number 1, run the ball. Why does it look like that? I don't know. Let's fix that first off. I don't like that. No, classic. No. Okay, I like that better. Yeah, that's kind of nice too, actually. Let's go with that one. I know, why is it blue? I don't know why it's doing this. It messed up something here, guys. Anyway, but let's see who is in the chat tonight. We got Run the Ball, Sleepy Face. Greg Rose, my guy. What's up, buddy? Yeah, why is it blue? It should be red. What the heck? I don't know. Hey, of course, man. Of course. Deshaun Hammond's my guy. What's going on, buddy? Hope family is okay. Family is okay. So JD is in Philadelphia. He's doing some kind of charity event. So his family is okay. Appreciate the kind words there. Oh, there you go. Susan's right there. What's up, Susan? How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying your time in Philly. Make sure I told JD go to Ishka Bibbles. Get you guys some chicken Phillies while you guys are in Philadelphia. Enjoy that. JD's family is okay. Everyone's doing fine. He's just doing a charitable event in Philadelphia this weekend. So, yeah. So, JD is okay. And JD will be back with us on Sunday, obviously. We might do it, Keys of Victory on Sunday. But, of course, we will have our post-game show on Sunday. So, please come tune in to the squad on Sunday night. Should be a good one. Witchy Hall, what is going on, Witchy? I don't really like this at all. Why is it blue? I don't like that. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'll fix that in the I guess I'll fix that later on. There you go. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. All right. Susan's in here. Greg Rose, my cousin, was here from Kentucky, so I had to miss a few episodes. Ooh, Kentucky. All right. Wait, got a lot of Chiefs fans in Kentucky, huh? I know JD's there, and I like Sasha's from there as well. And Greg Rose got some Kentucky Chiefs going on. I love that. Big Meek 260. What's up, buddy? Hope you are well, my dude. Yo. There he is, the man of the hour. Teja is joining us right now. I don't know if Will's on tonight, but Will, your guy Teja's here tonight. Teja, but you might need to pan your camera down, buddy. So yeah, as I was saying, JD is in Philadelphia, an event. So it'll just be the dash. It's going to just be a dash players tonight. JD might come back Sunday as far as doing a Keys to Victory show. We might do one Sunday. I'll have to talk to JD about that on Sunday, but at the very least, post-game show Sunday. So definitely going to be a good one. Big Meek 260, time to bite that apple. Yeah, baby. Coming. You're coming, baby. Susan Dunn, we are having fun eating Philly pizza and Philly sandwiches. Yeah. I mean, that's the only way to do it. Yeah, hot dogs. You know, JD likes those the hot dogs. He likes those glizzies. Yeah. So I told JD to go to Ishka Bibbles, the home of the
Chicken Philly.
The home of the Chicken Philly. Yeah, that's the spot. So hopefully they go there. So tonight's episode, Teja and I are going to go over our bets, talk about some of the stuff's going on within the Chiefs world right now. But then, we'll send out a link if anybody wants to come in and talk to us about our bets or anything regarding the Chiefs going into Sunday. We will do that. So should be kind of a faster episode than we usually do it, but nonetheless, we're still going to have fun. So if you guys are in the chat, let's get things popping. So, and I don't think JD's coming on for the episode tonight. So we want you guys in the chat to tell us which bets you guys like, who you're going with tonight, be it my bets or Teja's bets. Of course, that's kind of how we roll. Let's kind of dig in, Tej. I didn't ask you. How are you doing, buddy? I haven't really talked to you all day.
Doing great. I mean, it is Friday, so you're going to be doing good. Make it this day.
Ooh, okay. Hold on a second. I think we have a special guest coming in here. Did he just teased us? He just teased us. Yeah, he just teased us. What the heck?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if that was a mistake. I don't know if it was a butt stream. What do we want to call that? Witchy Hall.
Stream butt. Butt stream.
Oh, he is joining us. Okay, Susan says he's joining us.
It was the hot dog thing that did it, I think.
Yeah, you saying he
has to come in and defend his honor now and say he's definitely not eating hot dogs.
Well, if you're in Philadelphia, you're not going to eat hot dogs. I don't know. Is Philly Franks? I mean, Philly Franks is a thing, but I mean, that's not really the.
Yeah. Oh, we know Susan.
But Philly Franks are a thing, but it's not a top thing to get in Philadelphia. There's a lot of other things to eat there.
What was the other place we liked? The beef one. It was Carver's. Was it Carver's?
No, it was an Italian name. It wasn't in the city field that we kind of had to go outside. D'Alessandro's, yep. Yeah, D'Alessandro's. D'Alessandro's was good.
All the ones we had were good.
Hey, there he is. What's up, JD?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you. But I got my earplug. Hold on. My bud's on.
Lips and Assholes. Yeah, you know what movie that's from? Points to whoever gets the movie that's from.
My daddy always called dogs lips and assholes.
Come on, someone's got to get that movie.
I don't think we're going to get that. I don't think so. I don't think so, man.
Come on.
No. Plus, we don't have enough people in the chat to get that. Oh, what she all knows?
Why not? Well, yeah, Witchy Hall knows. The line came from Witchy Hall.
Yeah, but she said her dad called it that. Doesn't necessarily mean that she knows where the movie came from.
Come on.
Anyway, so I'm seeing right. Yeah, I know. So I'm seeing that Andy Reid kind of speculated that that he has to talk to the medical staff before he can say if Worley's going to play on Sunday. He's going to play.
You think so?
I think so. I 100%. Yeah, you don't have an opinion on it?
I was waiting for JD to get sorted. I mean, speculating on medical, I mean, it's weird because if he doesn't play this week, then like when's he going to play? He's not going to get better next week. It's a torn labrum. So like, it's bad this week. It's bad next week. Is it going to be the Eric Berry where he's like day to day all year? I mean, like what are we doing?
I mean, he almost played last week technically. I mean, he was listening to doubtful
He
last
week. Now he's still almost playing this week, and I don't know what's going to be the. Okay, he's ready. I mean, it's always going to be injured this year.
Yeah. I don't know. And then also like the fact that he said 2 days ago he was practicing without limitations, which is interesting, JD. When a coach says he's practicing without limitations, but then he's limited and he's a limited practice participant, what does that even mean? How can you be practicing without limitations, but then also be a limited participant? That doesn't make any sense.
So obviously he's wearing the harness,
right?
So he's limited participation in practice, but he's limited, I guess, range of motion. I don't know.
In his limited practice, he did everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He still has the confounds to where he can necessarily do particular things, right? So
they're like he said the ABCs up until F, but he did all of them. But he said it all till F. So he gave us the whole ABCs, but until F.
Oh,
that's great.
So let me give a shout out to the Shea family. I think Susan got him on. So I came up here. I'm in Philadelphia, you all. Okay, I get it. Listen, we got our butts kicked last week from the Eagles, and I fly up here to do an event. But it's a great event, for charity. Jesu's School for Dance. And so Susan Shea, who's been an absolute force up here, making an impact in community and all over the place. She was able to get her flowers, but I had to come out there and do a little dancing. And it was a wonderful, wonderful event and opportunity. So shout out to the Shea family who's watching right now, who's just right down the road, right down the street. So
it's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are there any videos of you doing this ballroom dancing, JD? Any videos that we're going to be able to populate on Monday or next week?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure somebody has something.
In the Carlton?
No, I didn't quite get the little swinging in. And, yeah. I got the merengue in now. Y'all know that.
Ooh, all right.
Flavor.
Does those hips lie? I'm curious to tell us if those hips lie or not.
Never lie. But you see what you get.
Now, I got to ask you, JD, did you lose a bet to be wearing Philly colors in Philadelphia?
No, so the lighting is weird. This is like I don't know.
It's like a teal, isn't it?
Yeah. Teal. There you go, teal. Yeah, it's a teal color. You see my Kansas City hat right here, right?
There you go. Yeah. I was going to say that really saved you on that one.
Mm-hmm. It was funny because when they heard that I played with Philly, everybody's like, "Hey!" and I was like, "Well, I played with Kansas City too." Boo! I heard a couple of people in the back. Oh, boo!
There you go.
I'm like,
not in the middle.
Yeah.
Never be too much on one side.
No, you can't be. So it's always a question for me: is where does my loyalty lie? And I'm always like, hey, look, I love the Chiefs, and Philadelphia is my second favorite team, and it's where I cut my teeth up, and I always enjoy the city. Just being here, man, I absolutely miss the city of Philadelphia. Restaurants, food, people, all those things, man. It's incredible, so.
Yeah, Philadelphia's a good time. It's a fun time.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys what places have you gone to eat so far?
We tried a little spot. We're right here over like Rittenhouse Square. So you got probably 52, 75 restaurants, but nowhere in particular. I know you was talking about Ishkabibble, right? You talking Ishkabibble.
Ishkabibble, yeah.
Yeah. So we may stay here and grab a little bit of that, man. You know what they used to make here on Garden Springs in Philadelphia? It was called a chicken riyad, is what it was.
Okay.
And it was, I think the guy might have been Persian. And we would go in there all the time and we'd go get, it was chicken with a little bit of honey mustard with broccoli and on a big old hoagie. Man, it was, when I'm telling you, chef kiss, absolutely exquisite. So, but I like ishkabibble, that's for sure.
Yeah, Ishkabil's legit. The OG of chicken Philly sandwiches, man.
Yeah.
Love that.
So we had quite a few over here at the Shea family location.
There's a Cleavers right by you too.
What is it?
Cleavers. It's like a block away from you.
What
is
that?
it? Okay.
That's the other place we went to, isn't it, Marcus?
I don't
That's the
think
place
so.
we walked to before the game, I think. Wasn't it?
Maybe.
What part of Philly were y'all in?
We were like it was downtown. It was.
Uh,
I don't know where. Oh man, I would need to look that up.
Cleavers.
Yeah.
That doesn't ring a
downtown
bell.
Philly, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot of areas downtown.
Yeah. It's like saying downtown New
I know,
Season.
that's
It's the
why I was
entire thing.
That doesn't help him very much.
It was a couple blocks away from our hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember where our hotel
Cleavers
was?
I want to say Cleavers. No, I don't remember our hotel anymore.
Oh.
Cleavers, Philadelphia. I'll be able to tell just by looking at the inside. I want to say we went here.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, it was on your DoorDash dime. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I think
good.
we did go here. I don't know. It was good.
Got some good folks in the house tonight. Greg Rose, Witchy Hall, Will, Linda Hunter, Christina Shea. What's up, Christina? How you doing? She's back there at the house and location, watching this. Hopefully, the rest of the family is as well. Sweetie's back. I see she's on here too. Greg Rose, Big Meek 260. Yeah. So I don't know if you told everybody tonight, Marcus, but since I'm in this location, I won't be doing, my whole keys to victory. But we will be talking and discussing a little bit about what it might take for this team to get right back on track. Really, we had a great conversation having Derek Blaylock on. I was looking over a little bit at today. I was like, man, this is some great stuff right here. And so Block was able to give us a lot of insight to, not only just for me, the blocking scheme, but also to the perspective from a running back, what he's actually looking at. And so, really shed a lot of light on maybe some of the woes that you see from some of the running backs in the Chiefs running back room. But, this is something I think the guys could definitely at least, improve in this, especially in this area. What is that going to take? What is it going to mean? We know we're going to get some great defensive line with the Giants. Very talented guys, young guys. I was talking to Andy Shea, and I had no idea that Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards. Lighten it up.
It was vintage Russ last weekend.
Jeez. So it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing this weekend, I know that the big storyline where we were kind of talking about when you were fixing your camera is so Worthy, right? Andy said he's got to talk to the medical staff to see where he is, but he looked good this week, essentially. So it seems like all signs are pointing for him to play this weekend. Royals also listed as questionable. All signs pointing for him to play this weekend as well. If it was up to you, and I know like with this torn labrum that he apparently has, Worthy, so it doesn't seem like it's going to get better, right? It only get better at the end of the season once he gets surgery on it. So is there like, I guess if you were in charge in this situation, like what would be kind of the pros to sitting him another week? Or, I mean, if he's ready and this is as ready as he's going to be all season, then you might as well just come out and play, right? So where do you stand on that? Because I'm seeing some fans say, sit him, rest him another week. It's like, I mean, the rest is not going to do anything because he has the torn labrum, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much based on, what he's able to tolerate pain-wise. And so what does that mean? It means if you come into the game and you still have the harness on that will restrict some of his movement, probably putting his arm back, when he's catching the ball. Also, too, I'm sure they're going to give him something, a good anti-inflammatory pain medication this at least helping deal with that whole issue. So yeah, resting another week, it's not going to heal, like you said. It all just based upon the percentage of like how much of it is torn, and if he is able to go out there and be effective while he's doing it. So it's going to be based off really his tolerance to pain. So that's something they just have to maintain and monitor the entire time. But yeah, rest is not going to help. And here's the question. The question is, let's say, sure, it's not going to help to rest him at all. Is it necessary to have him for this game? That's the question, right? And you saying Jalen Royals is not, another question. It's a question mark for him too. Is it more likely that he returns back to, the wide receiver core or not? And if he comes back, that definitely gives us another weapon.
I mean, and what do you think? I mean, do you think we because I've seen a lot of people saying, like the Chiefs need to get a win under their belt. However that may be, they just need to get a win, just getting that win column again. And having Worthy obviously increases our chances of that, right? Even if he is kind of a decoy, right? Which I don't think he will be. If he can play, he can play. Do you think this do you think it's a right for them to risk? You know what, Worthy? We don't need you for this game. We can win this game without you. Sit another week. Do you think that's on the table this week? They think they can feel they can win. They can win without him.
That's really the question. So, you see Russ though for 450 yards. Neighbors is going to be a problem. Wandale Morris is an excellent receiver, or Wandale Robinson. Can our defense hold up against that? That's the question. If you have confidence in what Spags is going to do, as far as bringing a little bit of pressure on Wilson, and then of course I think what you do also too is do the same kind of scheme of playing very tight on the receivers, be very physical with those guys. We know Neighbors is a very talented guy, can do anything, catch anything, but I don't think he's someone that is better than A.J. Brown. I don't believe that. And so what you do is you just make sure that you're being very aggressive playing against that offense. And so, like I said, if you incorporate, the blitz, which we know Swiss Spags does, I think that's a recipe that we can hold up. Now, the question is, like you said, with Worthy and not bringing him back, can we score enough points? That's the question against a very, stout defensive line, very talented guys. And so that's really the issue and the question that you have right now.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you on that. And I think even with that too, right? Russ had 400-something yards last week, but that Giants defense not only has every running back kind of dominated them. Last week, Dak and the Cowboys all passing attack, they had their way with them too. They had like 350-something yards passing last week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they're also kind of leaky in the back end as well. So this could be the game if Andy wanted to get the more of the get right aspect. This could be the game where Worthy, if you're ready to go, let's do it. And the fact that he was doubtful last week and he almost even played up until game day, and then this week he's pretty much practiced all week, being a limited capacity. Seems like he is. There should be a game where he can come back. So I guess that's that we'll see. And the fact that it's a late Sunday night game, we won't probably get that answer till about 4 or 5 o'clock on Sunday. So
if it's close, rest him till Baltimore.
Is that the following week?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. If it's a maybe this week and a definite this next week, I'll take definite next week.
Yeah, I agree with that.
JD, you've had to get some Toradol during games and whatnot. Sasha has a question here. If he is Toradol dependent, doesn't that make worsening the injury more likely by not feeling the boundaries of the injury?
That's a vitamin T, man. The vitamin T does wonders, and it's an anti-inflammatory.
Vitamin T.
It's vitamin T. That's what it's known as in the league. And look, I tell you, guys are lined up before the game, talking to the doctors to get it. here's the thing. I don't think that he'll be able to play without it. I just don't. You can't take Tylenol. It's going to have to be something as strong as Toradol. It does the anti-inflammatory and also taking away the pain. And with the harness, that's going to be the restrictor, Sasha, if anything, right? He's limited to bringing his arms back. And then, of course, he'll still be able to feel something. So when he'll get to a certain point, he'll be like, oh, so if he alligator arm something, don't worry about it. Right? You just know what it is. So I think even with that, maybe you work him into the offense. He's not going to run what he would usually run, right? So you give him probably, 40% of the snaps, what he would usually do, and just see how he fits in. But I think at least if you have him in, if you decide to put him on, the dress team, then you got to threaten the defense. You got to make sure he's there to say, hey, look, he's playing. So now there's a different element for the defense they have to look after. They got to make sure that they got to cover a guy like Worthy and his speed. So that'll give nightmares to any DB out there because you're dealing with the fastest guy in the NFL now, right? So.
And I'm looking at, because you mentioned our defense and stuff, and I saw a stat that in the 7 games we played against Russell Wilson, we've sacked him 30 times, and most of those have come since his playing with the Broncos, and then last year against Pittsburgh. So I think from the time he was in Denver to Pittsburgh, I think it was about 25 times they sacked Wilson. So obviously, I know it's a different system, different weapons that he has, but still, though, I mean, Russ is a similar playing style that he had in Denver and Pittsburgh. I mean, he's still playing with that. This is who he is. I do think that is something that talk about get right. We've had to send the blitz and 9 dudes to get quarterbacks over the last few weeks. Hopefully this could be a week too. Talk about the offense waking up. This could be a week where we see the defense and the pass rush kind of waking up against Russell Wilson. I mean, how do you guys think that happens? And plus too, Karlaftis had a very slow start to the year, and I thought Karlaftis got a new contract coming to the year, kind of firing all cylinders. We haven't really seen him yet this year.
Nope.
So I think you still take the approach, right? What worked well against him, and so you do blitz it 30 times, man. You think he's never forgotten that? I guarantee every quarterback understands if any team's going to come after him, it is right there in his psyche. He understands like this is what I'm going to see. So he's got to be worried about that. He's thinking about getting the ball out quick. And so what you do is, like I said, you got to be aggressive with the wide receivers. Wandale can get off on you. He's a little scat guy that, can move anywhere. He make anybody miss. And then you stop the run game. But, as long as you do something like that, you kind of withhold them, you should be fine. Now, you were sitting there, you were talking. Let's say you were discussing. What was the second question? I'm sorry, I missed it. What was
About Karlaftis.
Karlaftis, yeah. So Karlaftis, I thought the same thing too. I thought the new contract, but this is where when we see that little Chris was kind of getting on him a little bit about, man, don't get comfortable now. I know you got paid a large sum of money, but don't act like you've arrived. And I'm not saying this is what happened to him. Obviously he's gone against, 2 great offensive linemen to keep him out from what he's doing. I mean, going against Lane Johnson is going to be tough for anybody. I don't care who it is. But I think they even tried to move it around somewhat. He still hadn't been a chance, get out there and sniff anything. Hopefully it can be effective. We'll just have to see. But I was hoping with this type of deal that he just got, he was going to see a little bit more thirsty, hungry Karlaftis, right? Trying to prove his worth to everybody. That's the reason I got this big contract. So I just but we kind of knew what we were going to get though, Marcus, right? Tage, he's the one that he's relentless. He's going to follow to a couple of sacks. I've always said this is I want him to be able to get sacks off the initial, beat somebody off the jump. That's the difference to me when I'm looking at defensive ends. And so people are going to question and ask if he's warranted to have the contract that he's got. Did we pay him too early? I've seen a lot of that online. Should we have paid him that money? I'm like, they did. What are you going to do about it? Money's gone. It's spent. So now we're looking for production. So hopefully he'll take off, man, at some point. So we'll see. Not only just him. I'm talking about all the defensive ends. Yeah, every single one of those guys. And they got the talent. They have. They got the talent. I think they're just kind of missing the mark a little bit right now.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, this would be the week to do it. So I went back and looked at the last 5 games. So Denver to Pittsburgh. So I'll start with Denver. These are the amount of sacks we've had against Russ from Pittsburgh Russ to the first game we played against Denver Russ. 5 sacks, 6 sacks, 4 sacks, 4 sacks, 6 sacks. I mean, that's 5 games. It's an average of 5 sacks in those games against Russ. Spags has his number, so this could be the game where we finally see the pass rush that we have so much money kind of invested in between Jones and Karlaftis. Even Charles Menahu. Hopefully he can get in on the party as well.
Yeah. And I know he's frustrated. He's expressed it. I see somewhere. I kind of laughed at this. I guess he unfollowed somebody because of, and I was like, hey, man, the guys get tired of it. They do hear the chatter. They do. They hear it out here. And if you're saying anything online, guys are like, look, I'm done with you. Right? It's just it is what it is. But
yeah, he unfriended or unfollowed Mark Gunnels or blocked Mark Gunnels on Twitter. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
And then he was very active on social media.
Yeah. He's one of the ones that will comment on someone if he's not liking a certain comment or whatnot, or block somebody if he doesn't like a certain comment.
Yeah. Well, we're supporter of his. I told him, I think, he was, when I'm seeing him over at camp, I know he's thirsty. He's hungry. And so it just needs to click with him. He just needs to get to that place. And so I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him to have a big week. And I think what it is, it's going to take him to kind of get back to sniff exactly what it was, how it felt before the injury, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not just Omenu, right? We're talking about other guys in the defensive line. A lot of guys haven't really stepped up yet and been that dude. So this would be, looking at the history, this would be the week that it's a get-right game for a lot of the guys, and everyone can kind of have a tee off and have a sack party. So, yeah, all for that. All for it. Do you anticipate if Jalen Royals does play, what kind of a game do you see him being involved a lot offensively, or do you see him kind of rotating in? I mean, I mean, just based on the guys who we do have, I know people say, "Oh, our wide receiver room is so weak," but which is ridiculous. But Royals, it's gonna be tough for him to get reps, even with Rashee Rice being out. I mean, if Worthy does play, you have Worthy, you have Tyquan Thornton, who's obviously Mahomes trusting, Juju. So I don't know how involved Jalen Royals will be, especially also coming off an injury as well. How involved do you think you could see him being in this game?
I mean, if he comes in, you got to work him in. And I don't think you have to work him in slowly. If he's healthy enough to do some plays, he just got a different skill set than some of those receivers. He does. And that's why we drafted him. And so I think he was one of those that, at least for me, kind of shocked me with his growth early with the connection with him and Patrick Mahomes. But he was a guy that does everything right, runs great routes, catches the football really well. And sometimes we may need a spark like that from a guy. And so, like I said, and I'll use the same way with Xavier Worthy. So whatever his snap count was going to be, get him involved, give him maybe 50% of what you thought he was going to do initially. But since we're shorthanded at the position, why not let him play? You know, he might be another one who can take off, you know, catch fire.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm seeing defense, going back to the defense conversation, Will's talking about Omar Norman Lott, who, you know, came in big time last week with the Bill Goldberg spear on Jalen Hurts. That's another guy, right? That was like his first game. Got to see what he could do. And now talk about the growth and progression. We're only going to see that continue to go and go up with him. So I'm excited to see another week of Omar Norman Lott of what he can do next to Chris Jones, number 95. So I'm very, very curious to see how he continues to develop and grow.
Yeah, I think it's going to take him a little bit more time to figure it out. But it was very encouraging to see him get that sack on Jalen. And you could tell he was fired up. And we knew he had missed a little bit of time during the training camp. So he'll catch up to speed, but I think he's one of those guys that's going to be a very pleasant surprise the next coming weeks. So we'll just have to see how it's going to look, you know, this week. But we always look for somebody who's going to be that complementary piece to Chris Jones, right, on the inside. Shoot, you know, I'm holding my tongue on a few things, but man, it's, you know, I had some film the other day on Wednesday to show, like, some of the snaps. Some guys just it just wasn't it. It wasn't getting it done, and you know we need to get better from that standpoint, that position. So hopefully he's going to be able to fill that.
You're talking about defensive tackle?
Hmm.
You're talking about from the defensive tackle position?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw a few from the game when not rewatching, but I remember during the game watching a certain number. I'm not going to say the guy's name, but it was disaster, man. Just stonewalled and being driven back. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like that. Well, it's like a sequel to a movie we've seen for the last few years, which is why you and I have been dying for another defensive tackle to come in the room.
Yeah, and so look, I'll go ahead and say it. Okay. You know, watched him during the game, Derek Nottie. Okay. And when Derek Nottie came back here, we was expecting for him to come back and have something different for us than when he left. And so he had the injury before he had left out of here. I knew he was a little banged up, and I was like, okay, maybe that was part of the reason that his talent kind of, you know, waned a little bit. But now, like last week, there was times that he did a good job, because I see he's like, okay, I'm here to take two. And he did that. There was time he took two blockers off. Made sure the guy didn't get up to the second level. Okay. So he did his job in that regard, but also too, there's other things that he needs to do. Okay. And I'm always pushing for Derek Nottie. I do. I want the best for the guys to show. But sometimes you got to be able to create a power. You can't get driven off the ball 5 yards, and you know you're still in linebacker's way. So even if you take two, it's really a moot point, because you still get in the linebacker's way. The reason you're supposed to take two is so the linebacker can run free and float. That's what you want him to be able to do. And that first touchdown from Saquon Barkley running in, I mean, man, Drew Tranquil missed the lane, and you know Derek Nottie got washed down, and it just opened wide open for those guys. It just can't happen. It's just it's not good enough. And I know he's a much better player. And hopefully when he came back, I was hoping he was going to be able to show, like, hey man, I'm back here for a reason. They brought me back to give a little bit more than, you know, before I left. And so, you know, what we talked about when Mike Pennell was re-signed, or we got rid of Mike Pennell, that he was going to be the answer. We talked about some of the young guys that's there. Are they going to be ready? You know, what's the deal with that? And so questions like that, man, you know, we had to get serious about talking about, man, really, you know. And like I said, man, I'm always not going to downplay a guy. I'm not going to, you know, jump all over him or whatnot, but I do and I know he knows to expect he needs to do a little bit better than what he's shown.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, we've said it before. I mean, now he's been here for a long time. I mean, he was here during the era where we went in mid-season. We had to go get an elder statesman. We didn't end up signing Brandon Williams. And I remember we did a whole film study on like how atrocious the defensive line was looking, where it was getting pushed back and Jones needed help. They brought in 40-year-old Brandon Williams, and he gave some good work for that latter part of that season that year. And then the following year, we bring in Mike Pennell. Same kind of thing. And I know Mike Pennell's not a pass rusher by any means, but he's more of a run stuffing guy. But, like, that's where we need the help. And, we haven't really seen that from Noddy. So, like, the fact they went and got him again, which is very, very confusing. I'm still confused for it because it seems like even until the right before the season starts, it was all options are on the table. It was like our own front office wasn't even convinced of our own defensive tackle plan, which is just so odd. And there's still no plan for it. But all I can say is I hope Omar Norman-Lott can continue to grow into this guy faster than we expected.
Yeah, I agree. So, and like I said, man, we still pushing for him. Hey, man, listen, like we need more from that position. We have to, and so whoever that may be stepping up, whether it be Tillery, whoever it is, we had to bring him Minihu down. We seen bringing Ashton Gelati down. I think, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think Karlaftis might have been down there as a defensive tackle a couple of plays.
Yeah.
So we got to get a little bit of speed and the disruptive there. That's what needs to happen. And so if you are getting taken on too, you best believe that you better create a pile or create some chaos, anything, claw, scratch, bite, whatever you need to do. But you got to make sure that you're going to be the demolition man right there on the line of scrimmage. That's where you got to dominate. So,
yeah, and then also too, I know we talked about Jadeveon Clowney bringing another edge rusher. I don't know if you guys saw that report, right? Dallas signed him, but 2 days prior he was arrested for trespassing. 2 days before Dallas signed him, just came out today that he was
trespassing.
Yeah, that was reported. So he got arrested for trespassing 2 days before the Dallas Cowboys signed him.
Trespassing where? What do you mean? Like what?
The headline said Clowney was arrested for trespassing. Jadeveon Clowney calls his arrest frustrating and a big misunderstanding. Clowney faces misdemeanor charges of trespassing and failure to identify after his arrest in hometown of Rock Hill, South Carolina. The police report stated that Clowney parked in a closed parking lot despite being told he was not permitted to do so. Clowney calls it a big misunderstanding. So, yeah, that just came out today that he was arrested 2 days beforehand, before getting signed by the Cowboys. But nonetheless, good signing by the Cowboys at this late stage in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he hit him for? That's the question. That joker right there is gonna make you pay now.
Yeah. What
yeah, he will.
Yeah. You're like, hey, look.
Worth up to $6 million.
Up to, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes, $3.5 million was the base, but up to $6 million.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good money.
He's slowly trying to get that early money back that he lost playing hardball.
Oh yeah.
It's funny. It's like a lot of players go two different directions. They take the big offer early, and then after that big contract, they settle for lower amounts because they made a lot of money, or they play hardball at the beginning, and they spend the rest of their career just trying to get as much as they can every time the contract comes up.
I mean, not a bad deal for him.
No. And I get it, man. Look, Cowboys looked at, man, come on. You got arrested for what, trespassing?
Trespassing, yeah.
They're like, shoot, come on, man. Hey, we good.
Yeah, compared to the things that are happening nowadays, trespassing's easy.
Yeah. Hey, come on. I had 3 tickets last week.
What was that? Trespassing? Get over here, man. Yeah. You're pulling my leg over there.
Yeah, they tripping over there. Come on. We good.
Optimistic James says trespassing is as serious as jaywalking. It's a joke.
After you read it, it does sound like a joke. It does.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was probably being over there and it's just like, hey man, it don't make no sense. Why are you stopping me? And it's, probably arguing with the police about whatever. And he's like, oh, they're gonna hit you with a trespassing, right? Sure, go ahead, give me the ticket, man.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So now we're going to get to the bets aspect. Like JD said, JD will not be doing his keys to victory tonight. We're going to try to get together before the game on Sunday to post his keys to victory before the game on Sunday. So we'll keep you posted on that. But regardless, we'll be back on Sunday night for our post game show. So after the game's over, hang out, and hopefully we can celebrate our first dub of the season together. So with that being said, we're going to get to our stuff for the episode. Tej, not yet. So last week, Tej and I both went 2 for 5. Tej, those struggle. Yeah. So two weeks in a row, we went 2 for first week 2 for 4. This week 2 for 5. Barkley under 87.5 yards. Barkley literally got 88 yards in that final run of the game. They literally just took him over 1 yard over the 87.5. So I thought always interesting when bets happen like that, where the one of the last plays is to get.
Oh, did it really? It's funny. I actually took the bet too late, and they raised the number by the time I actually took the bet. It was 89.5 when I actually took it at the end of the day. Isn't that funny?
That's crazy. Yeah.
I guess because everyone was taking his over, so the line went up eventually.
Yeah.
Because in my head I was like, oh, I hit that one. I forgot that this was a different line than the line I actually got. That's funny. Sucks.
So both went 2 for 5 last week. Mahomes, the RB1 in Kansas City, he did his thing. AJ Brown had 5 catches but no yards there, which I was able to hit. I was able to hit my AJ Brown bet. Teja was able to hit his AJ Brown bet. Devontae Smith hits his 50 yards on that one catch. The catch that we all were disgusted by. But yeah, nonetheless, rough week for the bets last week. So Teja, take it away with your
half
week
yard
3
off on the Barkley bet. What a joke. I mean, you imagine if that was the breaking point of losing that, how mad. I actually, in those situations, I like when I lose more than like that one, because if I just lose that one by half a yard, those are the ones that keep you up for weeks. All right. Let's do it. Okay, so we'll start it off with something I have no stats to back up, really. I don't have patterns. I don't have stats. It's Pacheco over 41.5. I know based on reports from ESPN, the Chiefs are extremely upset and shocked by their running game not performing well so far. And honestly, this comes down to just having faith that a guy with his back against the wall performs, because this might be one of the last real shots for Pacheco to prove that he can even be a committee back. At the start of the season, it was, all right, man, like this is your shot to prove that you're a number one guy. I think we're beyond that at this point. I don't think, unless Pacheco finishes the year with like on a tear of 1,000 yards every game, I don't think we see him as a number one back anymore. I just don't think that's the case. I think at this point, for him to be a good committee back would be a win for us. But for him and his future to get more contracts later on, I mean, we see number one backs one year become committee guys the next, become backups the next. Look at Rico Dowdle. What did he have, like 1,100 yards last year? I mean, he's like the not hardly a third down back for Carolina right now. Like, so it ain't easy out there for running backs.
Look at Miles Sanders is another good example of that. I mean, he was just a guy 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he was also with backup in Carolina, and then now he's the backup in Dallas to a team that replaced the guy that's ahead of him now with a rookie and another guy who was in the Chargers, who they decided to move off of after 1 year. So it's like running backs, man, it's tough sledding out there. It's not easy, right? So, like, you have a matchup against the Giants. Javonte just went off against them. This is your shot against one of your easier opponents coming up, because it ain't going to be easy against Baltimore. You don't want to try to prove you're a number one back against Baltimore. That's not going to go well, most likely. So this is your shot against an inferior opponent to set aside yourself from everyone else in the pack. Like, this is your game, dude. Right? So he has an 11.5 over under in carries. 41.5. Let's just go down. It's minus 136 for 11.5. So they think he's going to get 12. Let's go below. Let's go 11. Okay. 11 carries to get 42 yards, 3.8 a carry. If you can't get 3.8 a carry, man, I'm leaving your ass at the dance. I'm taking off, man. You have fun. You just
bold takes here, man.
You're gonna. That's when you go up to and you're like, you're gonna get home, all right, right? You're gonna get home, okay? You got a ride, all right. Cool.
Oh my gosh!
I'll see you at school on Monday, right? Okay, so there you go. 3.8 a carry against the Giants. You can't do that, man. Shit. Okay, Tyrone Tracy under 29.5 rushing yards. So he's got 10 carries and 5 carries last 2 games this season. I think he sees around 6-7. I think he sees around like 20-ish yards. Our run defense has been very impressive. We stopped Hampton. We stopped Barkley. I mean, as far as yards per carry goes, Barkley still had a lot, but he had like 50 carries. So as long as we keep him in that same average, that between Hampton and Barkley, 7 carries, we should be fine. I would have been interested in Tyrone Tracy's receiving yard bets, but they unfortunately did not have them listed. Which I don't know why. I don't think the Giants have any major injuries at receiver or running back. So it's like, why aren't they? They're not listing it, which actually makes me like want it even more, to be honest with you. So keep an eye on for Tyrone Tracy's receiving stats. Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns. So the implied score of the game is 45.5. We are 6-point favorites, at least as of this morning. So that's about a 26-20 game at this point, right? So let's just say 3 touchdowns. With our running game the way it is right now, I don't see us running more than 1 in. So unless it's Mahomes at this point, it's sad that the highest chance we have of someone running in is Mahomes. So that gives us 2 touchdowns. I think this is the game Mahomes doesn't run 1 in. I think all of his TDs come through the air this week. No stats to really back that up because Mahomes threw for 2 touchdowns or more in a lot of games last year. So Wan'Dale Robinson over 4.5 catches. Okay, so 5 out of his last 5, 7 out of his last 10, at least 5 catches. Wilson has targeted him 18 times in the last 2 weeks. I think it'll be kind of similar to A.J. Brown last week, where McDuffie sees a fair amount of neighbors. And I think Wilson will look up and pick up yards here and there and just get positive yardage. And Wan'Dale has like a 5 for like 32 type game. That's what I see happening. His line is 43.5 yards, which seems very low considering he's coming off like 130-yard explosion. I think it's a little trappy. If you want something safer, like really safe, go Wan'Dale 4+ catches, which he's done in 16 out of 19 games. Not as much juice, but if you want like a guaranteed like throw-in bet, Wan'Dale catching 4 is probably as safe as you can get in this game. Lastly, Chiefs minus 2.5. So do I think we can win by 6? Yes, most definitely. I'm scared that we have a spread that's only 6 and we're a desperate 0-2 team. That's a little worrisome for me. I feel like odds makers definitely want us to jump on that 6, which no one gives you gifts in this business. That's a little scary for me. Unfortunately, I think this game's going to be closer than we want it to be. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. And I feel pretty safe winning by a field goal. But beyond that, I'd start to feel a little nervous.
That's 25 to win 263.
25 to win 263.
JD, how are you feeling about Teja's takes in this one? His hot takes in this one.
Oh man, yeah. Randy went on Pacheco, and all of a sudden he's ready to ship him off.
Hey, I drafted him in 3 freaking leagues. All right, so my faith was there. I'm just I'm losing the faith. I'm not faith no more, but yeah, you gotta have faith.
So did you see our show on Wednesday?
I did not. I did not.
So what we did, we broke down the film and it really wasn't all on Pacheco. It wasn't.
No, I don't think it is.
No, yeah, it's just some of the blocking up front just wasn't there. Actually, there was kind of a bad job by the offensive line.
Yeah.
And needed expected a lot more. So, I know everybody gets all over Pacheco thinking, oh, he has no vision, this and that. Well, shoot, he couldn't even run because he was getting hit in the backfield. Guys was getting penetration. And so it was guys that you expected to be the ones that was going to be able to move bodies, didn't for Pacheco. And it just seemed like they put him in a bad position. And it looked bad. It looked even worse because now it's like, oh, my gosh, Pacheco can't even make a lane. What is he running back? And there was one play we actually went through where he should have pressed the hole a little bit more. And he didn't. He ran into King Sumaite. And that was one that I think Jeff Schwartz talked about. I think on he kind of brought that line out too. And so is this something that he's falling back into saying, dang, God, maybe I need to go and make my own yards if, the plays are not working, the blocking scheme is not working up front. So with that being said, okay, 41.5 rushing yards. I still got faith in Pacheco, all right? I mean, he's, this is a running back by committee anyway. This is how they've been operating. And I think it was one of the things that Blaylock was talking about, like, we need to just have a designated guy, number one, to be the dude, and then let the other guy, come in and give him the break. So we don't know how that's going to look like. 41.5 rushing yards. I think it's a little faith that you got in it. And I think that they're going to give him a shot, like you said, to be the guy this week as well. So 41.5, I like it. I do like it. Okay. Now, number 2, Tracy under 29.5 rushing yards. Hadn't had a lot of carries, hadn't really made a lot of noise. I think he might have had, I looked through maybe even like an injury designation, at least for a second. I don't know what was going on. So him having 29 rushing yards under that, I think is is a good bet. Mahomes 2+ passing touchdowns. I think we go up top. I think we go deep early. I think it was like one thing that we did find out last week is that we can throw the deep ball still without Xavier Worthy and without a Rashid Rice. I think we still have that element to us, and I think we should. So 2+ passing touchdowns, I like that a lot. I like that bet. I think it's very doable. Robinson over 4.5 receptions. I think that's Russell's second receiver. No question about it. Get the ball to him real quick. So I do believe 4.5 receptions. I'm saying this because I got him on my fantasy. So I think he's
Me too.
Yeah, do you? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I got him in a couple of leagues. I'm probably not going to start him, but
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. I picked him up off the waiver, and I was just like, I got to get this guy. So he's from Kentucky, So.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's from Kentucky. Yeah, right. Probably 30 minutes away from where I grew up.
Oh,
Where he's
nice.
from. Yeah, right there in Frankfurt.
he's from there and went there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So, good kid. Everything about him, man. Good. He's a good guy. Every
Seems
bit
like
of
it.
Yeah, definitely.
No trespassing from him.
Huh?
I said no trespassing from him.
No. He's good. I have to be Kentucky, man. You have the sticks anyway, so it's like, oh, you good? Ain't nobody letting you straight. And Chiefs to negative 2.5. I think. Yeah, we definitely do that, man. That's pretty much an easy bet. I think we should blow this team out. I'm thinking we looking probably to get I say, man, at least 2 touchdowns on this team. 2 tubs. We got to make a statement. This has got to be it. They got.
I think so too. That's why the 6 scared me. It's low, man.
We're also playing. We're playing at New York, though. We're playing at
Okay,
their home.
what do they say? 3 points for being away. 9 points. That's 9 points.
Yeah, but I
Low.
think it's. Well, I think it has more to do with the doubt that people have in the Chiefs that there's problems there, And I think they make it more than what it really is. And I was like, hey, man, if you actually put it in context, the Chiefs probably should have won both games. They should have. They should have beat the Chargers. Should have beat the Eagles. And we lost by 3 points both squads.
Yeah.
No reason for that. And we were shorthanded. So we'll see how it's going to work, man. But I'll take that all day long. $25 to win 263. That's a pretty good bet, man. I like it.
All right, so Teja with that bet, and so naturally, I like to have a little more fun with my bets here. It's so I have Mahomes 2+ passing touchdowns. Teja also have that as well. There's not a lot of stats to back that up, just based on Mahomes is running the ball like Michael Vick every time. And I made this bet based on, I think we're going to have Worthy back this week. I think we'll have Jalen Rolls back this week. I think we'll have a full plethora of pass catchers, not Rashee Rice, but everybody else. Dak had 2 passing touchdowns last week against them, and he made their secondary look like mincemeat. I mean, he almost had 400 yards passing. Commanders week 1, they had 4 red zone appearances, 2 rushing touchdowns in that game. Daniels threw one, and then the other one, they went for on 4th and goal, didn't complete it. So he had the chance. They had 4 opportunities down there to get multiple passing touchdowns. And I do think this is a get right spot. So if we all think, I know myself and JD think it's going to be a blowout kind of game. If it is a blowout kind of game, Mahomes should have 2 passing touchdowns this week. So that's kind of where my head's at. Secondly, Chiefs -5.5. I have the Chiefs winning by at least a touchdown. So if it does go to overtime, we'll win by 6. And we'll be -5.5 covers that. I think this is a bounce back spot that we want to make a statement to the entire world. It's a Sunday night game in New York. Nothing better than making a statement on national television in New York City. So I do think we at least win by a touchdown this week.
Worry about overtime, huh?
Well, because I've been before by having by having us to -5.5 or -6.5 going into overtime. So my next one, Mahomes 25+ rushing yards. Mahomes is the league leader, is leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards in the season. You can see it as a good thing or a bad thing, but he's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards. He's 16th in the league before last night's game in rushing. I think that 57 yards first game, 66 yards last week. Giants allowed Jaden Daniels to have 68 yards rushing week 1, and then week 2, Dak had 17 yards. And while it's not a lot
for Dak,
I was gonna say, while it's not a lot, the last 2 years, that would have been Dak's second highest rushing total in the last 2 years, 17 yards. No, so this guy's not a runner. So Mahomes, who has been running, and I know he has somewhat of a wrist issue. Mahomes does. So he does kind of somewhat of a wrist issue. You can see him running a little bit more this week. It's a right hand thing. He was full practice all week. He's full participant, but he was on the injury report with a wrist thing. So, so 25 yards rushing for Mahomes. Kareem Hunt, 25 yards plus rushing. So Teja has Pacheco. I'm going with the guy who's been almost better per touch average basis, and almost pretty much every metric. Kareem Hunt has kind of dominated Pacheco so far this season, right? on a per touch average. That's also catches too, and I don't think Pacheco's even caught a ball yet. Per touch average.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to figure something to enhance my guy. So like you said, Giants allowed Javonte Williams to have 18 carries for 97 yards. Giants also allowed Bill Merritt to have 10 carries for 82 yards. This is a bad run defense. I think this week the Chiefs want to get a win, and I think they're going to rely on the guy who last year was. You can rely on him. You give him a lot of totes. He was going to be the guy, and I'm also hoping that maybe what we talked about with Blaylock last week, maybe that report that came out from ESPN, they're kind of, not really happy with what they've seen with Pacheco so far this year. I'm hoping, they say, we're just going to give it to 29 and let him do his thing. So if they give him 10 carries, last week he had 8 carries and 31 yards. So give me what he gave me last week, and we got 25 yards from Kareem Hunt. I think he's the guy. If they want to get the run game going, and I know it's not all on Pacheco's fault. And I know the offensive line has their issues, but I think they want to get the run game going. Give it to 29, man. Let him do his thing. Let him make some guys miss. Let him break some tackles. And just get some fire going. And then finally, Wan'Dale Robinson, 6+ catches. So far this year, 8 catches and 6 catches. Hasn't gone below 6 catches. Just based on Not last week because the Eagles don't really have a slot receiver, but going by week 1 with Lad McConkey and Keenan Allen, they both had 6+ catches in that game. And obviously that's something they have Chamari guarding Wandale. I think Wandale's going to eat up Chamari if they have him guarding him one-on-one, at least for 6 catches across the middle of the field. So yeah, that's 25 to win 316.50.
Yeah. Okay. So Mahomes 2+ passing touchdowns. I like that when Teja put it out there. Chiefs negative 5.5. I do believe that. I think it's like you said, it's going to make a statement about this. I do believe that's going to happen. Mahomes 25+ rushing yards, and this is what bit me in the tail. Because I didn't think he was going to be able to do it, and then last week his sucker runs. The first 2 runs were like 420 yards. And something. So I was like, look at Mahomes take off. So I'm not going to bet against Mahomes anymore because I know he's one of the most underrated runners as a QB. So I like that bet. I'm taking it, Marcus. I learned my lesson. Hunt 25+ rushing yards. Now, I like this bet. And I do believe maybe, we might see Hunt start off the game as the number 1. We may just see. Okay? And if not, I still think he eats up to 25 yards. I think it's an easy bet for him. The one we seen him got last week, it was like I think for 12 or 13 yards on just the one carry.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a hard-nosed runner, and like Blaylock was talking about, which makes a lot of sense. I think we need to have a little bit more downhill runs, something that where our shoulders are squared to the line of scrimmage. And I always said that. When Blaylock was talking about, he really don't like the long stretch play with the zone. I don't either. I'm like, man, we agree on that 1,000%. Because slow all the action down, and it allows the guys from the secondary to come up to make the play immediately. And so hopefully getting a lot more downhill runs with Kareem Hunt. Robinson, 6+ catches. I think this happens. I didn't even think about the whole, Chamari Collins covering him. He's another man that hadn't really shown, what he did during training camp. And I'm just like, wow. Like, Chamari looks like he struggled a little bit out there. And so I think it's a great matchup for them, especially, Dabo. He's like, hey, we can take advantage of these guys, especially from the slot position. Let's go ahead and do it. And it's easy pitch and catch. It really is. So Robinson, 6+ catches. So $25 win $316.50. $316.50. So I've already wrote on here my markers as far as what I like after looking over both of those. Between the two, okay, I had check marks. And I tell you the ones I have check marks on and the ones I did not. So for Teja, the one I had a question mark. If I'm uncertain about this, it was the Pacheco 41.5 rushing. I had a question mark on that. I first had a check mark on the Tracy under 29.5. And I still want to stick with that, so it was like a check and a question mark. Mahomes put 25 plus 2 passing touchdown, plus Robinson 4.5. Reception, yes, absolutely. Chiefs 2.5. Great bet. Going to Marcus, Mahomes 2+ passing touchdown, yes. Chiefs 5.5, yes. Mahomes 25+ rushing yards, yes. Hunt 25+ rushing yards, yes. And Robinson gave me a check mark. It was kind of the question. So Teja $25 to win $263 against Marcus is $25 to win $316. Was it $316.50? For this week, I am going to be leaning more toward Marcus on this one. Marcus is.
I'm just curious though, because you guys said you broke down that it's not Pacheco's fault, yet you think. And if you guys see that, I assume coaching staff could see that too this week, right? So, why do you guys think he'll be penalized for something that isn't his fault?
So, even if he's still having a hard time capturing the holes. And maybe
Well,
some
they
of the
both
runs that
are.
they're
I mean, I think Hunt averaged like 3.2. Hunt averaged like
Yeah.
3.2 a carry last week, man. Like it's not. He's not like Hunt's not doing a great job running down this line. I know he like looks better doing it, but he's not really. Neither one of them will look good. Let's just say that.
Right. So we talking about bet here. Okay. So Hunt only had to get 25 yards. Okay. I think that's more, easier done for him than it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about, you said, you think Hunt might start over him though.
Oh, he might start,
would mean
yeah.
That would mean a demotion, right? Like why does he deserve to get demoted is my question.
No, so this is how I feel about this, the backfield, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a demotion. Both these guys are 1A, 1B. That's what it is. I don't think the coaching staff thinks one is better than the other. And if they do, what's wrong with having Hunt come out first and then Pacheco, come in and give it a little juice? Let's see how that's going to flow. So maybe you need to give him a little bit more incentive, like, hey, man, if he's not running hard, shoot, let him come off the bench and do it. And so all these guys are going to be cheering for one another. And it shouldn't matter because I'm not going to say neither one of them has been lighting it up, but a lot of it has to deal with, what's going on up front too. Does Kareem Hunt look better at doing it? Yeah, because it has been better. Yeah, he gets the hard, gritty, nasty yards that you need to do. And he's, we said third down back, getting the first down. He's going to give you some yards. Pacheco, some of the runs he made last week was just hitting the backfield, and the one that they talked about didn't really have the vision to hit the hole because he was maybe unsure, trying to cut back, and then when he had to keep it front side pressing it, he still didn't get all the way over to the hole as he should have. So maybe this is something they might want to switch it up just to see how it's going to look. And to be honest with you, neither one of these guys have been getting the lion's share of carries because it's really just been kind of the same thing. We just haven't even established the running game at all. So why not put Kareem Hunt, let him start it off and see where that goes. That's the reason I say that. So that was really the question on the 41.5 on Pacheco.
Yeah, because it's a matter of 17 yards. I mean, that's. I mean, I'm getting a 17-yard advantage with Kareem Hunt, and probably let's say less carries than Pacheco.
Yeah. Well, that's why you are.
Yeah, but less carries. About two less carries, and I think Kareem, like I said, he's been better with the amount of touches he's had versus Pacheco has. And I think he has 2 less carries on the season than Pacheco.
I'll be honest with you. I thought I was surprised it was 41.5. Like that seems a little high considering how he's looked.
Yeah.
Which made me like it more because they don't want you to take the over on that. They want you to take the under on that. So when you see a guy who's averaged 23 and a half yards per game, and it's like, wow, his bet's double that. Sure. Why? I'll take the under on that. He's looked terrible. So that's kind of what drew me to it too. I was like, let me see what I was like, wow, 41 and a half. It's kind of a lot. Yeah. I mean, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. And I hope, he blows it out the water, really. But yeah, that 41.5 for what we've seen in the past couple of weeks against 2 good, good defenses. That's the thing about it. I mean, we ran against some really stout defenses.
Do you think with how bad our running games look that if one guy looks good, they're just going to go with a hot hand that game just so they can try to get over the hump and like have a decent semblance of a running game?
Shoot, you better. That'd probably be the best thing. And then like kind of like Block was talking about, like, hey man, bring the other guy in and give him a break. See what it looks like. If he gets hot, you keep him in. So, but we have to have some mix. And like I said, it's not all on the running back because it's unfair for everybody to sit there and say, because that's kind of the easy thing to say is like, our running backs are not doing a great job. No, we need to look to the offensive line.
I agree.
That's the issue. And so somebody's, 4th and 1 is standing straight up, straight-legged trying to block, and we get pushed back in the backfield from our tight end room and our centers and, our guards. And, hey, that's an issue.
You know what I noticed about O linemen, though, which is really weird? You don't see a lot of O-linemen get benched because of poor run blocking. You see them get benched for poor pass blocking, though. Why is that?
I think you have to, because some guys are going to win in run blocking. We understand it might be a stalemate. Some guy can just get skinny on you and, get up the field. Like, you could potentially lose that. Sure, you'll give that up. But if it's just happened over and over again, you will be replaced. But they're not expecting you to lose, 5 battles in the run game. And the problem is just because we don't run the ball enough to show it. Now, watch a guy get beat 4 or 5 times in the run game bad, and I guarantee you will find his butt right there beside Andy. I promise you that. Because they're like, this guy right here is not – you're going to get somebody hurt. And that's the thought process. Because you allow this guy right here to come back here and hit your running back dead in the mouth, you become a liability, and we can't have you out here. Sorry. So we're going to lose somebody because of you. So
I also think, like, in the run game, an O-lineman can be serviceable by just getting in the way sometimes, especially when they pull out. Like, you don't have to, like, hit somebody. Just get in this friggin' way. And that makes you at least serviceable, because if you're smart and you know how to get in the way and pick out angles, then you can still be serviceable in the run game. Whereas in the pass blocking, you either get beat or and your quarterback gets a hit, or you don't. Like, right? There's a lot less I guess, ways to finesse it in the passing block. Like, you get beat, you get beat. Run block, it's like, you know what? You didn't engage him, you didn't keep him, but at least you got in his way long enough for the running back to get out, out there in space.
Shoot, you could even say, well, who's the most valuable guy we need to protect? Is it the running back or the quarterback? Without a doubt, it's QB for us. So you go back and hit Patrick Mahomes a couple of times, you see yourself where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we drafted another left tackle because the left tackle was getting Mahomes hit last year.
Right.
So,
shoot, you get let Patrick get hit about 3 or 4 times, and before you know it, you be up there selling hot dogs in the vending machine. We're gonna have you doing something like that. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, that's the ticket. What do you say? The ticket. That's the ticket. Ticket can't get hurt. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the investment side is definitely a little different from Kareem Hunt Pacheco's contract to Mahomes' contract.
Yeah.
This is an interesting stat I just saw when doing some statistical research. So total catches and carries. Pacheco has 18 touches on the season. Kareem Hunt has 16 touches on the season. 6 of Kareem Hunt's 16 touches have gone for first downs, where only 2 of Pacheco's 18 touches have gone for first downs. And I know usually they bring in Kareem Hunt for the 4th and inches or the 3rd and 1, but still that does, it's a key factor at play here. That and also at the yards aspect. I think Kareem has more yards in total between catches and rushing yards too. So there are a lot of metrics out there that suggest hey, you know what, this game, let's see what we have with Kareem Hunt being the lead back this game, and And if it doesn't look good in the first drive, then sure, we go back to the split 6 carry, 7 carry thing that they've been doing, which hasn't been working. But nonetheless, I think this is the week to try to make that get right rushing game this week.
Mm-hmm. And we're rooting for both of them. And so if Kareem does start, I'm just right now. I'm just really this is my guess here. I'm not saying it's but if he does, then shoot, let's see what it looks like. And then Pacheco let him come in. Maybe it gives a little bit more incentive to run a little bit harder. Let's see what it's going to look like. So you got to do those things. You have to. You got to get the spark from somewhere, man. You have to.
I hope. I'm not even saying Pacheco's going to be. I don't even think 41 plus is that big of a spark anyway, especially off 11 carries. It's 3.8. Like I said, it's not even a good game. So,
Actually, I'm just curious. When was the last big Pacheco game? Because he got hurt. So 18, 12, 7. Okay, so his last time he got over 41.5 yards was the Chargers game when he went 14 for 55, December 8th, and he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the last 2 games. So he's played 8 games since then. That's
And that's like, I think that's around 3.8 too, by the way.
1455. 3.9, yeah.
There you go. The Pacheco special, just under 4.
Linda Hunter says, I'm confused. Teja likes Kareem now. Well, actually, no. He's betting for Pacheco to have more yards than Kareem this week. So
I don't think.
Yeah, but he likes Pacheco.
Yeah.
Pacheco,
I don't think either one of them are. I'm not buying either jersey. Let's just put it that way.
Whoa. Well, I still have Kareem Hunt's number 27 jersey, so I'm good on that.
I get it. Taze didn't say anything inflammatory. Yeah, he's just like, hey, look, the guy's okay. It won't be my first choice, I guess, in back.
Yeah,
right?
they're just guys at this point. I think we know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Kareem had the spark at one point. I think Kareem makes the right play. He makes the right cut. I just don't think he has the horsepower to do much with that right cut. That's all.
Oh,
You're sleeping on some of the games he had last year, man, coming off the couch with 20 for 100 and something yards last year. He had great games for us, man.
Yeah.
yeah. I think we need to give it to him. I think he still got a little spark to him. It's not like they used a lot of him up there in Cleveland because, you had Chubb that was doing more of the grind and the hard work. Kareem would come in and fill the void when he needed to. And so
You want a spark? I want to give it to Brashard Smith 10 times.
They asked Nagy about that this week, and I thought Nagy's answer was very interesting. It seems like they're not ready to do that with him yet. He's like, yeah, every week is getting better for him. We got some packages for him, but we like where his growth is right now. It's like they're kind of limiting what his usage.
I get that, but I don't want to hear he's too small thing because I watched a game last night where Achan was getting tossed like he ran into a tornado. Okay, that dude is so small. And he was just getting they're going when he was moving to the sideline. So I don't want to hear too small. Brashard Smith can play a running back.
Right? Yeah, I don't think it's a too small thing though.
No, it's him playing running back in the NFL, and that's what he's got to get used to. That's a whole different from college to NFL.
Sure,
it's totally different. That's why we're sitting there saying everybody's talking about Genty. Genty hasn't done anything. He hasn't torn it up.
No, none of them have.
First round pick. None of them have.
No. I'll tell you who looks actually pretty good is your boy Ollie Gordon.
Oh, does he? See, I didn't get to see him. I told you, man.
He's looking decent.
You wanted a bell cow? You want a big back? A bell cow's going to run over
Yeah.
That's the guy you go with.
Yeah.
You should have Herb Street and Al Michaels last night. They were calling him Ricky Williams. It looks like really Ricky Williams in there.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing Ronnie Brown, Ricky Williams, and all kinds of ridiculous comparisons to borderline Hall of Fame running backs.
Ollie Gordon, man, you said you wanted somebody to go hit the head on the goalpost, big back, bell cow. That would have been the guy.
Well, if I want a guy to hit their head on the sideline wall, Pacheco.
Oh, man, that's wrong. I'm not going to let you do that, Tage. I'm not going to let you do that. That is wrong.
Hey, man, that's it. That's all him. It's not me. He did it. I'm just saying it.
He did, but the man was trying to stand down.
I'll tell you what, by the way, he was looking good before that hit. Maybe.
But again, that was preseason though. I'm not gonna hold stock in preseason stuff, good or bad.
I don't know. Ever since that hit, let's do a post and pre that hit.
That was our last preseason game, wasn't it? That was the last preseason game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have a point there.
Maybe he's seeing quarterbacks see ghosts. Maybe Pacheco's seeing walls.
The padded wall.
Yeah, just seeing walls out there.
Stop, man. Stop.
It looks like he's running into him half the time too.
Yeah, listen. Look. You want him to get over 41.9 yards.
I'm trying to give him tough love, JD.
Yeah,
I'm trying to give him tough love.
Man. Talk him up.
Trying to give him tough love.
Teja's 10 keys to victory. JD is just yelling at the players and saying bad things to them so they can try to That's Teja's 10 keys.
That's the best way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some negative reinforcement. Prove me wrong is right. Well, I'll be. That's what I'm yelling from the sidelines the entire time.
Prove
Teja's one of the Teja's one of the coaches they be looking at the sideline every time You panning to him on camera, looking at him. He just got that little sour look on his face, like,
Yeah, give him one of these. Give him the
yeah,
Gruden.
yeah, right. Hey, look at this guy. Look at him. Look. He's pissed off. Look at Teja, pissed off again. You know.
The shake head.
Yeah.
I'm sure JD's seen that face a time or two. The old Gruden face, the mean mug.
Oh yeah.
Got this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
Jason, man. Jason Dunn.
What you doing, Dunn? Dunn, what are you doing? Huh? Run it again. I remember there was a play in practice, and we used to call it XY hook. It's play action, and so you had a backside post, and I was hooking over the middle, and first time we ran it, somehow I don't know if I got the right depth or what. Maybe I was too deep. And then the next time, threw it to me, and it hit it off my pads. Gruden said, "Run it again. I want to run it until Dunn gets it right." Like, here we go. Shit. Sure enough, again, bam, work. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Let's go. Now we come up to the next player. Because Dunn did it right. I was like, yeah. Okay. So, but you know, that was old Gruden. Old Gruden, man.
There's rumors that Gruden will probably be the next like former pro coach to go college, and they say that him doing Barstool is kind of the that college demographic, and they say that that's probably where he's leaning towards next year, being a college coach next year. That's some of the reports I've read.
Really?
How do you think his personality would work in college, JD?
Not very well. I don't know. Listen, now hold on. Okay, I got Gruden when he was young, coordinator, starting with the, with the Eagles. That's why I got him. He's young. He's kind of getting in it. So he's somewhat of a different guy. So I don't know how that's going to be in college. So we're talking, what is that? Shoot, man, that's almost 30 years. He's 25. So he's grown, and I think he's an NFL coach, without a doubt, NFL coach. Because in the NFL, all you get to do is ball. This is strictly ball. Okay. And this is his forte. This is what he's all about. And going to college, man, is a whole different type of headache. Dealing with young guys, that believe me, that's it's a different deal.
I don't want to have to go to college and worry about what this guy's getting paid, what that guy's getting paid. Let the GM deal with that.
Yeah, man. That's no. I don't think that works for him. I don't think it works for him. His personality. Nah, I can't see it. I can't see it. So,
he's always done a good job with the rookies of the whole, little thing he used to do.
The quarterback confidential.
Yeah, that was always cool. At least get him back into a booth, like a commentator. He was a good commentator, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
we look at him like being. Yeah, that's easy. The guy's in there one day, he's out of here. That's it. Some of the young guys said he's going to have. Like he don't have our time. I guess slow level's different. So I don't know if he's down for that. Y'all got me?
Yeah, it was going in and out.
We're not getting off this show till JD's mic works properly. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, that does it for us, guys, on this Friday evening. We hope everybody has a good weekend, and we will see you guys Sunday. Post-game show. JD and I will connect to see if we can try to get the keys to victory before the game on Sunday night. But if not, Sunday night we'll have our post-game show, and it'll be a good one. And we'll be celebrating our first dub of the season, everybody.
Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. No question
By the
about
W.
it.
And first dub in New York.
That's true. All right, JD, you want to set us off, buddy?
Hey, man, listen. Put your money out there. The fellas got you covered. Marcus and Teja both got you covered. I think both of them are pretty good bets. $25, $263, $25 for $316. Throw your money out there, man. And ladies, see what you get. I think it's going to be a very good game, but I think it's something that the Chiefs are going to dominate in. I think they had it focused right back up. And this is a great game to make some good bets on, to make some money. So with that being said, for everybody that came in here, y'all take care. God bless. Love you guys. Tej, Marcus, love you fellas. Y'all gentlemen.
Love you, brother.
We will see each other on Sunday night. Okay. And y'all take it easy. Okay. And signing off from up here in Philly, holding it down in Kansas City, man. I'm holding Kansas City down up here. So yeah.
Well, you have a good rest of your weekend in Philadelphia, my man.
Travel, baby. That's how it's gonna be. So yeah, Greg Rose. Okay, appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. I know we got the lag. So yeah, family, Chief Concerns family. Hey, you know who you are with you being on here. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Y'all be safe. We will see y'all on Sunday. Sunday.
Right, you guys are all off, man. You guys took a time machine back to Monday, huh?
I know it, man. I know it. Run all over the place like G's, so.
Hey, I got it.
All right, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all guys. I'll talk to y'all.
Love y'all. Later.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.